So I am so excited to introduce Sandy Missouri to the stage.
Give me your attention, baby.
Thank you, guys.
Tell you a little something about yourself.
Well, I want to share something with you. I used to be a professional balloon artist. Yeah, I can see what you're thinking. A what? Like a clown? And you see, that was exactly my problem. When I met somebody and I told them what I did, they thought I was like a $25 an hour clown, when in fact, I did huge corporate events. In fact, I was part of the team that did Obama's last Halloween in the White House, for God's sake. So I really needed to change the way people saw me. So I wrote a book. It was called The Ultimate Guide to Inflating Your Trade Show Profits with Balloons. This book was written to my target audience, trade show exhibitors and organizers, and it worked like crazy. Now, when I met somebody, the conversation would start out the same. Oh, so what do you do? Oh, I'm a balloon artist. Oh, so you're like a clown? No, actually, I do huge corporate events. In fact, allow me to gift you a copy of my best-selling book, The Ultimate Guide to Inflating Your Trade Show Profits with Balloons. Instantly, in front of my eyes, the way they looked at me changed. They would take the book, and they would look at it, and oh, it has a cover. And they'd flip it over, they'd see the back. Oh, there's an ISBN, your picture's on it. And they'd see the spine, and then they'd kind of rifle through the pages. Oh, there's words on it. And then they would look at me with renewed respect every single time. They would look at me and say, "You wrote this?" Such a strange question. And then they'd say, "Oh, so you're like really an expert, huh?" It changed everything. Completely changed the conversation. No longer was it, "Well, why are you more expensive than the guy down the street?" Instead, it became, "Well, I only have a $5,000 budget. Do you think you can work with it?" A totally different exchange. After I wrote my book, I was sought after as the expert. I was invited to make TV appearances on local, national, and international television. And after over the course of 100 interviews, the media crowned me America's top balloon expert. Yeah, thank you. And even more importantly, my income went up. And something else surprising happened. People from my marketing circles started asking me to help them with their books. And so helping other people with books became my professional hobby. And then, just as I was reaching the top of the mountain, when all of my goals and my dreams were coming true and everything I had worked so hard for was happening, life threw a curveball at me, and I got divorced. And my ex left the country, leaving me a full-time single mom. And I started to resent giving up every night, weekend, and holiday to balloons when my children needed me home to rebuild their foundation. And so I decided to pivot. And I made books my full-time gig. And so what do you think the very first thing I did was? I wrote a book. I wrote a book about writing a book. This book, Book It. I have now written 7 books of my own. I've helped over 250 authors self-publish their books. And even cooler than that, I helped my dad publish 7 of his books. Yeah. You know you're doing well when your parents respect what you do. So who here has thought about writing a book? Okay, who's done it already? A few of you. All right, so you guys know why write a book? Well, first of all, it sets you up as the expert in your field. I mean, after all, you literally wrote the book on it. Second of all, it's a 3-dimensional business card and an integral part of your marketing toolkit. And third, it gives you the opportunity to literally whisper in the ear of your target audience and get them to need and want exactly what you need them to. So, like my client, Marianne, she's an etiquette expert who wrote a book on becoming posh and manners. It worked like gangbusters. She was invited to TV, to speak on stages, podcasts, and even more importantly, she was invited to lead etiquette workshops for major international brands, corporate trainings, and retreats. It's a little bit awkward with the cards and the mic, so bear with me here. So I know, okay? After working with tons of authors, I can practically hear what you're thinking. Okay, this is great. I mean, I want a book, but I just don't have time. Okay, well, I think you do. Because I would be willing to bet that every single one of you has one of these, either in your pocket right now or on the table. And do you ever go to the bathroom? You can record a chapter while you're busy doing your other business. Yeah. And here's the thing, right? I mean, once you have it transcribed, nobody's gonna hear the splashes. You can do it in the car. You can do it when you're waiting to pick up your kids. You can do it when you're in the grocery store. Anytime you have a free minute, you can record a chapter real quick. All right, so now maybe you're thinking, but somebody already wrote a book on my topic. Yeah, so? When I was getting divorced, I literally read every single book on divorce recovery that I could get my hands on. And here's the thing. Even if there are a million books on your topic, nobody is going to say it the way that you are, and your reader needs to hear it from you, because only you can connect with them and resonate with them in the way they really need. And now maybe you're thinking, but I just don't know how. Okay, no problem. You don't need to know how. You just need to get your thoughts out of your head and onto paper, and then you can hire somebody like me to help. And to help you, I have copies of my book, Book It, to give away at the registration desk. You can just go pick one up later. Yeah, thank you, thank you. So then there's the, well, I just don't have enough to say. Okay, I know this isn't true, because I know that you guys are experts at what you do. But if you're really intimidated, then how about doing a group book? I love this model because it allows you to stand on the shoulders of people you respect by inviting them to be a part of your book. And it allows you to piggyback on other people's audiences to even further increase your reach and impact that much more. For group leaders, it's a powerful way to close people into your programs. I think the statistic is something like 82% of people want to write a book, but fewer than 2% actually do. So as a group leader, to use it as a way to get people into your program, not only are you filling your program and your pages, but you're also helping fill that dream for your members. Like Dr. Kylie. There's Dr. Kylie. Dr. Kylie is a functional medicine doctor who got tired of the day-to-day grind. And so she started coaching other practitioners on how to build their practice. As part of, excuse me for a second here. All right. As part of a way to close people into her programs, she offered a chapter in her group book, Healing Beyond the Diagnosis. And boy, did it deliver. She sold $365,000 worth of memberships in that first launch. That's like $1,000 a day. We've now done 5 books together, and we're working on the 6th. Not too shabby, I'd say. Next, let me tell you about Dr. Tamika. Dr. Tamika helps women who are leaving domestic violence and abusive relationships, and she helps them reclaim their voice and their life. And part of the way that she does this is that she has them write a chapter in a book, in a group book, and this helps them heal their trauma, both by having them share it with other women who are going through the same thing, and by giving them the opportunity to be a mentor to women who are more freshly coming through it. Each of the 3 books we did together was incredibly healing for both the authors and the readers alike. And lastly, let me tell you about Jessica. Jessica is an artist who went from selling paintings to being a powerhouse coach for resilience, motivation, and creativity. She sold chapters in her book to other creatives, and she wound up with 100 authors. Okay, I don't recommend this. It's way too many. It's a lot to manage. It really is. But with that many authors, not only did she fill her program, not only did she fill her pages, she made a ton of money, and even more importantly, with so many authors promoting the book, it stayed on the bestseller list for weeks. Imagine how much impact those authors had. Well, that's my time. Oh, actually, I have one more thing to say. Sorry about that. All right, so here's the thing. With the new way of publishing, here's the thing. With the new way of publishing being print on demand, you don't have to have a box of 10,000 books in your garage anymore. You can order as many or as few from Amazon as you want at a special author price, and you can have it drop shipped to, if you're speaking somewhere or if you're going to an event, you can have it drop shipped right to the hotel, no schlepping. You don't even have to add it to your weight for the luggage. So it's really, really accessible and easy to do now. And in fact, like I said, I had that done. I had a box of 50 cent here. You are welcome to them at a break. And yeah, that's my time. So thank you so much for being here with me. I can't wait to read your book. Now just go forth and bookify.